she Franken on my Stein till I go. "Arr, arr." And with
I
that,
took her
let's.
to my lab and then I freaked it. And then I franked it.
And then I franked it. Anyways, welcome everyone to another episode of Cinema Dopes. If you haven't guessed, we watched the original. Well, not the original. The classical version of Frankenstein, the 1931 one. Yeah.
Good evening. Shit, right, wrong property. Oh god. So yeah, we just got done. I got done. Just finished watching Frankenstein, directed by what was his name? We just saw it. We just saw the name. Rex.
What's his name? What's
Rex
his name?
Analysis.
Hold on. The hell is his name?
What?
Oh, James Whale.
James
There we
Whale.
go.
Was
Oh,
it James Whale?
Yeah, James Whale. I was thinking of Carl Lammel, who's the producer, but no, Carl Lammel got James Whale to direct the movie. Yeah. Yeah,
It's weird
this
'cause-
whole time I've been reading an article about the production of this film, and I was like, I forget what his name is. Now that we're recording, I don't know who made this movie. Duh.
Even on the beginning like title card, it wasn't like he presents this movie. It was like I think it was the producer who's like he
Yeah.
presents.
Yeah.
Carl Lammel presents a Universal Studios picture.
Which
Man, like golden era like filmmaking was just crazy with how they just did not give a shit about crediting people.
yeah.
Yeah.
The creature is not credited at all. It's just a question mark.
No, yeah. Well, in the beginning it is, but actually at the end of the movie, Boris Karloff finally gets credited.
Ah, you're right.
It like transitions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, they did that, which is nice.
'Cause
But I think also part of that was like so that people.
They don't spoil what it potentially would look like.
Yeah, even though
Like-
Boris Karloff, like before this movie, he wasn't really like a big actor at all. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess maybe they just did it to be. I don't know. Maybe it was a creative decision. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, I guess yet again, like he was featured prominently on the poster, right? So I think there was already a good idea of what to expect.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is his face.
That's
Yeah.
true.
That's true. Yeah.
He's out here mean mugging.
He was not at the premiere of the film either. He was not present when this film premiered in November of 1931. I think November, like around
Really?
Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Why? Did they just not invite him?
They probably didn't think he was like a big enough like deal to be invited to the premiere.
No one gives a shit about him.
But he's literally the monster.
He is literally the monster. His face takes up like 90% of that poster.
Yeah. What?
True. Yeah.
It's like when Sorry.
Hey, I know we
guess it's
didn't.
like a status thing, you know.
They're like,
having,
hey-
like, bigger named actors along with like someone who's like an up and coming actor. Maybe that's like a weird sort of Hollywood thing. I don't know.
Hey, I know we didn't credit you for Frankenstein, and we didn't even bring you to the fucking red carpet. Hey, do you want to come back for the Mummy?
When we do
That
the
one, they
Mummy,
gave
and
him-
then we're doing the sequel.
That one,
Yeah.
they gave him like a prominent role as the Mummy because you think he's like bandaged up or whatever. He's not. He's like fully like speaking and just being creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because after Frankenstein, he became the what is it? The Uncanny Karloff. That was his billing sort of nickname, I think. Yeah, it was. He had some nickname just because. Actually, I was just what was Boris Karloff's real name? William.
You told me it was like William.
William
Pratt
Henry
or
Pratt.
something?
William Henry Pratt.
William-
Henry. That's hilarious.
Even Cade knew him on the top of his head.
That's
Well, because I
amazing.
looked it up.
Made it
Because
all
he
up.
has the power of the internet to look up this information.
you
No,
you
but
are
It is a
you-
good name though. It's a good stage name.
yeah you are right. Karloff was credited as the Uncanny. Sometimes like he was billed that name.
We
Sure,
gotta
that's
bring
to
that
drive up
back.
Hype for the movie.
What like
We gotta bring that back with like actors. It's just like the incorrigible Chris Pratt.
Arnold the
Drawing-
the steroid Schwarzenegger.
Arnold the steroid Schwarzenegger. What a
Sly-
name. What a billing.
Sly the Sneer Stallone.
Short man Danny DeVito.
Shortman, Shortman
Shortman.
Danny.
Shortman David. That sounds like an insult. Um,
Yeah.
didn't uh, didn't Dracula come out like a year after, like same year as this as well?
This came out. Dracula came out January of
Dracula was
1931.
Oh,
Yeah.
was it? I thought it was
Oh,
Yeah, it was.
33 for
I
some
think
reason.
yeah, it was January, and because that was doing well, they figured. I think Universal Pictures was like, we should make another movie from like a gothic story, and then they
yeah.
chose Frankenstein. And I think that initially they were good. Like they were also considering how like they were in the UK. There was like a stage play version of
Mm-hmm.
Frankenstein that was doing well, and they were like, oh, maybe we could base the movie off of the stage play, and they got they I think the writer who did the screenplay for Universal, he had been told that they were gonna get Bela Lugosi, he was thinking that Bela Lugosi would play the Doctor, like Doctor Frankenstein,
Mm-hmm.
but then the studio Universal Pictures was like, no, 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 we want Bela Lugosi to play the monster, and we also want, but that was like once they actually approached Bela Lugosi about playing a monster who has no dialogue and he's grunting the whole time, and he doesn't have that much screen time. Bela Lugosi was not happy with that idea, and then they did a makeup test, and he hated the makeup, so that was like a done, like, no, he didn't want anything to do with this movie, so they had to get in. They
Mm.
had to find a
I,
different
I
actor. They had
wonder
to
if he was
find Boris
scared that
Karloff, and yeah.
I wonder if he was scared that he was gonna get typecasted in the movie, or just like if this was gonna like typecast his legacy
As
of being
like,
the monster guy, and he
yeah,
unfortunately could not get away from that.
I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I'm sure that was. I'm sure Bela Lugosi had some very strong feelings about the kind of roles that he was
I
playing, or maybe
I
I don't
think
know.
also it was because of the fact that he was gonna go from a more regal like character like Dracula who like talks very eloquently and like very like professionally towards someone to
Yeah, yeah.
it's
I
like
could
that.
see that being
Dracula.
that's a bit of a downgrade for a guy
Yeah.
like Bela Lugosi, yeah, I'm sure he really cared about the performances that he was delivering, as opposed to someone who, in Boris Karloff's position, is struggling to find work and was like, "Hey, I'll take that job, thank you, please. Yes, I will take a job, thank you."
And what a
Mm.
job he did. He made sure he did a performance, like, even though he's not doing a lot of dialogue, in that face, he's just like, do not fucking leave me jobless again, please.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He
He's
really
very
does,
human.
like, yeah, exactly. And he, like, nails the performance down to a T, even though he's not saying much. But, like, you just see into his eyes of, like, him being both intimidating, but, like, you feel for him. Like, like, it's all in his eyes of just, like, him looking
Yeah.
confused and, like, him being delighted by, like, small things. And it's so
Right. Yeah.
tragic.
Very simple
Yeah.
things. Yeah, it's very because I mean he is considering the timeline of the movie. Yeah, we basically just see him as like a 1 day-year-old baby in a giant man's body. That's
Yeah.
In
basically
a
the
man's
character he's
world.
playing, and he does
Yeah.
it really brilliantly. I mean, he does. I feel like he has a way of expressing emotion that becomes it's very distinct. It's very clear what he's feeling in the moment as the movie progresses, and I think that was very smart. Also, he has some fabulous cheekbones. He
Yeah.
really he really has a fabulous jawline to his face.
Dude,
So
who
it's
would have
very
thought?
it's very wonderful to just watch over the course of the film.
Yeah.
Dude, the most powerful thing in the movie wasn't the acts of science in defying God, it's Boris Karloff's cheekbones getting through that makeup.
Dude, the makeup
Unmatched.
is so good. Even like it's
Oh
what
yeah,
now like 90 years,
Ni-
not
yeah.
almost over
96
95.
years ago? About 90, yeah, about 95 years ago. I think it
Yeah.
would be
Wow.
that
96
that
technically, but still.
this movie is almost
94.
100 years old, and it's literally
I know.
like it feels like a timeless classic.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
definitely.
I love how everything is shot, and I know it's due to like the limitations back then, but I just love some of my favorite shots in the movie when they're in either the gravesite or when they're
Hmm.
just on the mountain, like when the mob's on the mountain, because you can clearly you just get really like defined silhouettes. I think mostly
Oh
because it
yeah.
was probably a backdrop behind them,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but that just makes it so much easier because you're dealing with less light, and you get a wonderful like silhouette of them walking from rock side to rock side, and like
Yes.
they're
Hmm.
beautifully lit up and illuminated and everything like that. And
Right. It's
I
definitely
want
this
to
movie. This movie's definitely taking inspiration from a lot of the sort of German expressionistic films from the Silent Age, where they're literally painting shadows on the set, or like like what you just said, Seb, on the backdrops. Those are all like painted giant paintings in the studio to be able to have a controlled situation for their shoots, or even you could even look at Boris Karloff's like face where he's being painted with green makeup, but then for shadows they're painting like under his eyes, they're painting with dark purple, and they're painting
Mm.
like for any kind, or I think even on his neck there's like a lot of shadows and whatnot, or any dark area had to be a very dark purple because of course he's supposed to look corpse like, but then of course since it's all in black and white, I'm guessing they would have shot in panchromatic film or maybe orthochromatic film. I'm not really sure,
Mm.
but actually no, it probably would have been panchromatic because that way they would have been able to that type of film would have been more sensitive to like more reddish tones anyway. So that way the purple would probably stick out. But yeah, I mean I think it's interesting to think about how do you portray a like a dead corpsey like look in a film where there is no color. It's all shadow and light, and it's all black and white. So I mean that's a
Hmm.
weird challenge to think about, especially considering that now, I mean nowadays the monster is so ingrained in our sort of popular
psyche of
culture
like
that
what we think
it's
of.
hard to
Yeah.
like, yeah, exactly, yeah, so
To the
it's like
point.
it's kind of interesting to look back at this movie.
To the point where
It
people
really
think
is.
that
You go.
that's Frankenstein. Is they people that think that the monster is Frankenstein. When no, he's just the
Yeah.
creature or the monster. Frankenstein's the the doctor.
Yeah,
The
I guess it also doesn't help that the monster is the more interesting character in the movie
yeah.
because of how the movie is sort of portrayed. But then, yeah, I guess also maybe it would have been helpful if Dr. Frankenstein like named his creature, if he named
I
his
named him like
creation. But
Carl.
yeah,
This
yeah,
is
or like
Carl.
yeah, or Hector, or
Hector.
yeah, yeah. What's a good German name to give to a young baby?
Klaus.
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 Yes,
Is that what you
Klaus.
call him? Is he a young baby to you? Like when you
Yeah.
he's
To
in his
me,
little
yeah, to
rocking
me, to
chair.
me, he feels like a young baby.
Maybe you can call
Actually,
him
I
a
think.
young Frankenstein.
Oh, 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 oh,
I gotta say, it is funny after watching Young Frankenstein just to see like where they got all the references from, like abnormal,
Mm.
Abby normal, and all that. The with again, like we
right.
mentioned in the Young Frankenstein episode, like with the girl, like that.
It's so
uh,
funny when I was watching this with Rex, and it's just like, hey, look, it's Igor. It's like, and Rex is like, actually, it's Fritz. They changed like a shit ton of names in this movie
yeah,
Yeah,
because it's not Victor
it's
Frankenstein, it's
Henry.
Henry Frankenstein.
Yeah, I noticed
right.
that when
Mm.
I was watching. I was like, "Wait, isn't it supposed to be Victor?" And I believe, is it just because it sounds intimidating, Victor Frankenstein? They
I
change.
think also it might even be I'm not even really I need to read the original book written by Mary Shelley just
Hmm.
because I need that's something that I because I love this movie, I love this story, I love this character, and I should probably read more just in general. But I do
Right.
wonder if maybe through the series of adaptations that different names were thrown around, and maybe Henry was seen as more for this movie. It was seen as more marketable, maybe for an
Yeah.
American audience, or maybe it just sounded better, or maybe I don't know. Actually, I should do more research into that. But I do definitely think that Henry. It doesn't sound this is definitely in an era where they're not trying to go for like any sort of accuracy because
Yeah.
the whole thing takes place in Germany, right? It is in
Hmm.
Germany, or is it
Yeah.
Austria?
I'm pretty sure it's German, but let me
Yeah,
just check real quick.
it's. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure it is in Germany. Yeah,
I mean, you see a
because it's
shit
that
ton of
like.
lederhosen.
that is
Yeah,
true.
the whole town is they're all dancing with all
They
their
got
lederhosen and the
Burgermeisters and everything. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's such a vibe too, and so it feels kind of weird to watch this movie and then kind of take a step back and be like, oh yeah, they're all talking these like transatlantic accents or English accents, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's funny. I don't know. It's I do kind of wonder if since our cinematic sensibilities have changed so much, how you would do, or like what Guillermo del Toro is doing with his movie, with his new Frankenstein movie being a bit more. I don't know. I wonder if he'll go in that sort of more realistic direction, kind of like what Robert Eggers did with Nosferatu last
Ooh,
year, where it's
yeah.
very
That's what
like
I'm
it's
hoping for,
very in depth.
really.
Yeah,
And just
and it
like,
feels authentic. Yeah.
I wonder if it's gonna be like period accurate, because it does seem like it is taking more of a gothic, like Victorian era approach.
I think you kind of have
Thankfully,
to.
yeah.
Like, I know there are adaptations like Lisa Frankenstein that are like more not modern
It's
age.
80s adjacent, yeah.
It's like more closer to modern times with like something like that than like the original Frankenstein. But like, I think that aesthetic of like the castle, or in this case, just a watchtower, the laboratory, like this very like creepy setting in this time period works very well because it also fits with the panic of the people
Right. Right.
because
Yeah.
they
Absolutely. Yeah.
never seen someone like Frankenstein before, and they're like, oh, he killed a kid, kill him.
It is
Yeah. This
actually
giant 6 foot
insulting.
tall dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
It is actually insulting that shit's going straight to Netflix for Guillermo del Toro, like, because we've seen how big, like, Nosferatu was. How
yeah.
good
Right.
it can be for the theater. Like, you could just do a Halloween release, but no.
Mm-hmm.
Netflix, baby. Like, that doesn't kill any momentum any movie has.
Right.
All right. That is going to
This
breed
has been this is
piracy. Oh my
this has
god.
been such a fantastic year for horror, and Netflix is like, nah, nah.
Yeah, no, we're
The
not gonna put this in theaters. Really? Is that official? They're actually not putting it in theaters?
I mean, it's just gonna be Netflix exclusive, I think, and it's like
it's
streaming
Uh,
services done so much irreparable damage to like the movie industry.
it's
and
sad.
and
Yeah.
it's weird because Netflix has released movies in theaters for a limited time. Like they released, I'm pretty sure, Glass Onion for like a week before they put it on only Netflix, so they can get like a boost in revenue. So like, what's the difference of doing that and doing the same for and do like a weekly Halloween release of Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, and then you could just watch it on Netflix after that week? Like, what's
That wouldn't
Right.
stopping you
even
from
Yeah.
doing that?
that wouldn't really. I don't know. It's not the same though when it gets like a small release because you want it to have like to get the appeal. Because once like a small release like that happens, like you hear about it and then it's just done. Like you
Yeah.
can never
Yeah.
find a showtime for it. You can never get it at the right time because they always premiere on like a Thursday
Well,
afternoon.
with the example I was given with Glass Onion, they were like fully like it was like releasing a movie normally. Like they were like trying to fill up as many theaters as they could for just this one week because they want to get as many people in those theaters to watch that movie. So like they're trying to like do as much as they can to spend, you know what I mean? Trying to get as many
Yeah.
people in the theaters as possible rather than just like, oh, it's in like one or two on like a Thursday, like you said.
Hmm.
So I think it's possible, but like I don't know.
Yeah. I
Y-
mean, you could even yeah, I just looked it up. Apparently, because I was thinking about Guillermo del Toro's previous Netflix movie, Pinocchio, and
Mhm.
that I'm pretty sure was released. It was in the BFI festival in October 2022, and then it was
Mm.
also in the AFI festival in 2022. But it was only in select cinemas for like I think a couple weeks in November, and then it was on Netflix in December of 2022. So,
Mm.
I mean, why can't they just do that with Frankenstein? Come on, let's just try to do it. Let's just try that idea, Netflix. Come on.
They'll
What are
do
we
it.
doing here? Do we hate money? Do we hate money?
Netflix, yes. They did like almost
Why are
like
we why are we losing millions of dollars per year because they just keep sticking to their laurels? Just do something
Yeah,
different, Netflix. Like no one cares about
right.
this one series that you made that you just hemorrhaged like $800 million on. Because they just come out and that's it. You don't hype it up or anything. Like, we don't care.
Nah,
There's so much oversaturation with these garbage fucking streaming sites.
nah, 6 more seasons of
Yeah.
Big Mouth. What are you talking about?
They know the audience well.
It's so wild that they canceled Inside Job and kept that dog shit. But that we're getting a little off topic. I was gonna say they are gonna also do that. They're gonna release the Peaky Blinders movie to theaters.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
they're,
didn't think they had it in them.
they're gonna do it. But again, like, why not trust Guillermo del Toro with Frankenstein?
It's Guillermo del Toro.
The guy won an Oscar. He won an Oscar for Pinocchio.
He not for Pinocchio. He won an Oscar for making a movie about a woman fucking a fish man.
Didn't
This
Pinocchio?
dude is one of the greats.
I thought Pinocchio won Best Animated Feature.
Oh, baby, hold on. Did
It
he?
probably
I
has,
gotta look
actually.
it up
I'm
now.
pretty sure that won Best Animated Feature, but
I
you
don't
are
know
correct.
why
He did win for Shape of Water. You are correct.
I completely forgot he did Netflix's Pinocchio. I don't know why I was thinking of the stupid Robert Zemeckis live action one.
Oh God.
I mean,
I'm like, I don't think he did
I mean, that
one.
year there were like 3 different Pinocchio movies, so I
Father,
don't
when am
blame
I
you,
gonna be on my own?
Oh.
Father. Was that actually Pauly Shore?
Oh,
It might
yes.
have been.
Oh my god.
I
Oh wait, so yeah, I think he did win an award for best animated feature.
Nice, good on
Good.
you, Guillermo del Toro.
Knew he had it
Get
in,
your
yeah.
flowers after WB kind of like shoved you out of doing The Hobbit and kind of forced Peter Jackson to come back in. I also want to quickly talk about with Frankenstein here, how it's such a baller move to start your movie with like, guys, this movie's kind of scary.
Starts off with the freaking funeral and they're out here lurking. Like, we'll use that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, it starts off with a grave robbery.
Yeah.
Everyone was
He's
freaking.
just waiting for a new life.
Oh.
That's a good line.
Yo,
That's
what's
such an
his name?
interesting way to put it.
Yeah.
What's the actor's name? Colin Clive?
Colin
Yes.
Clive. Yeah, that's him.
What a
As Dr.
sick ass
Henry.
name, and he gave a sick ass performance.
Oh yeah.
I
oh,
do
yeah.
feel that I feel like his performance kind of dipped like after the monster escapes. I feel like he kind of like tones down the insanity.
That's what
Is that
I
just me?
noticed. No, I noticed like, they really just made Frankenstein a little less like crazy and more like, oh, this is actually like a very bad idea.
Hey, I'm sorry you had to see me like that. I was just like kind of hyped up over, creating life. So I'm not usually like that. I was just kind of hyped in myself. It's like him apologizing like he was like drunk at a party.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think also part of the intention was to like play with the idea of a character who thought that he had the power of like a god, and then later is punished for it, and then because I think that was
True.
what the original writer intent. I think his name was Garrett Ford. Garrett Ford, I think, wrote the script for the film, and that was his intention, which I think is an interesting idea for a movie like this being made at this time, considering just what they were working with. But I also I thought it was funny hearing about how like that line when he's once the creature is alive, when he's like, by God, now I know what it feels like to be God. That line was cut out of the movie for
Mhm.
being too blasphemous. So that was only reinserted into the movie recently, I think, with maybe for the DVD release, I think, when they restored the
Really?
movie like 20 years ago or something. Yeah.
Wow.
So I feel like that idea, since you cut out that line, that idea doesn't really come across in the theatrical cut if you pull that out. So it's, I don't know, that just seemed kind of weird to me. But it's also, that was a thing that the original book kind of deals with, the idea of like someone being born but not within a womb, someone who's born by a man who's born artificially with
Mhm.
lightning and the power of the heavens and whatnot. I think
You're
it's
a boy
interesting both
in a
ways,
man's
yeah.
womb.
A man-made womb, yeah.
So let's talk about Fritz.
Blow it all.
Dude, I was so shocked to see them just open the prison door for the monster and just see him hanging there. I was like, whoa!
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I was not
Fritz,
expecting that at all.
Fritz, are you? Me and Rex were like, Fritz, if you're okay, blink once for yes.
Blink twice for no. No, but literally, like they kept that in the movie, right, where he's
Right.
being lynched by his own whip. But then they cut out like a different shot that they thought was too shock. I think actually they cut a few shots out for being like too shocking or too like they thought audiences were gonna be too afraid of certain things in this movie. But like
Mhm.
looking at what they kept in the movie, that's more shocking than what they cut out.
Yeah.
It's so bizarre.
Yeah.
We talk about how Fritz immediately fucks up the brain, and I love
Yeah.
what they have to establish like
Fumbles the
this is
brain.
what a normal brain looks like, and this is what a criminal's brain looks like. Now don't get it confused. And a part of me when he drops the first normal brain, a part of me was thinking when he gets like the criminal brain, it's like please slip in that, please slip and fall over and destroy both.
Again, he just destroys every brain.
He should just scooped up the normal brain with the glass and everything and could just went with
Oh.
that.
Oh.
Fritz, why is there so much glass in this brain? Oh, well, you know, it just came like that. I don't know.
How come he
I did
didn't?
my job.
How come he didn't
It's
try to like
alright.
empty out the criminal brain and probably try to put like the normal brain in that? I just dump out the other one's like, all right, put the other one in. He just runs over to like a tap and just like fills it up with like tap water and just runs out. His legs like lift up and like go into a circle like a cartoon and then
Zooms out of there real quick.
leaves a dust cloud of his shape before that disappears too.
That'll be the Hanna-Barbera adaptation of Frankenstein. We need to watch that next.
I would love to see that.
Come on, somebody make that. Somebody.
And Jordan will do it.
Yeah, Jordan. Do it, Jordan. He's got the power. He's got the voice for it too.
Ooh.
Brr.
Oh, actually, have either of you fellas seen the what's his name? The movie Mary Shelley's Frankenstein from 1994, I think.
I talk about with
No.
Kenneth Branagh.
That's
that
his
movie
name, Kenneth
with Robert-
Branagh. Yeah,
I
who
love-
directed and starred in that movie. Yeah,
I
have you guys
more
seen that?
love the story going in. It's like, yeah, we made Bram Stoker's Dracula. Like, this is really good. We can really get this going. Hey, Kenneth Branagh, do you think you could just like direct Mary Shelley's Frankenstein? Maybe just don't go too crazy with it. And Kenneth
Wow.
Branagh's like, I'm gonna fucking star in it and be the director, and I think I'm also gonna write it too. And like, it's fucking ridiculous, apparently, compared to Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
Have you seen
instead
that movie,
of
Cade?
No, I have not. No.
Ah, okay. What did you think of that movie, Seb?
I think it's fucking hilarious. It's crazy that they took like Robert De Niro. Like
Oh,
you're
yeah,
getting
that's
Robert
right.
De Niro.
Good
Fucking
start.
De Niro as the monster himself. And you
Wait,
give him a
what?
wonderful design.
Oh, you didn't know this, Cade?
Wait, De Niro was Frankenstein at one point?
Yeah,
Yeah, and
he
he's
played
just
the
like-
monster. Yeah,
and he's like, "You
he
created
played young
me?
Frank. Yeah.
Oh
You
my.
created me? You created me?
You created
You shouldn't be
me?
full of electricity, huh? Well, there's no one else here.
You're shocking me?
It's funny.
Shocking me.
You shocking me?
You really think you're gonna shock me now, huh?
Something I remember in the movie is just Kenneth Branagh when he's like resurrecting. First off, I think isn't the movie like 2.5 hours? Like it's mad long for some
it's such
reason.
a
Oh, really?
long slog of a movie to get through. Oh my god! I saw it a couple years ago, and just to check it out because
Yeah.
I heard about it, but I'm not really a fan of that movie. I don't hate it, but it's not for me. It's just not for me.
It's just so much self-inflated ego of Kenneth Branagh. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna make this my movie. I'm gonna be
yeah.
shirtless and shredded when I'm literally rejuvenating Frankenstein himself.
Yeah,
I remember that
in
happening.
literally in every aspect. It's just a bit. It's just too much. It's
It's
just
too
like,
much.
The camera is always moving, right, Seb? Like it's always spinning around
no.
with the actors, or it's in like a
Yeah.
like a radial kind of motion, or it's like punch or like pushing in to somebody or pulling out away from somebody or
Like
panic
Francis,
or tilting or whatnot. It's too
yeah,
much. It's just too
like
much, man.
like Francis Ford Coppola's like, hey, we're gonna be very like, we're gonna treat this with the utmost respect. We're gonna
Yeah.
use practical effects for what we need to, like, no, like
Right.
even though if
Yeah.
we don't want to do it, like, or if we don't need to do it, we're gonna do it and be very serious. We're gonna take this as like make it as dignified as possible and be
Right.
like
Yeah.
very mellow and chill. This is Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Hmm.
Kenneth Branagh's like, check out what I can fucking do.
He just
I know
skates.
it's
He
so
skates
yeah.
into the producer's office like, check what I can do.
Wee!
And Marvel saw that. It's like, hey, do you want to direct Thor?
Sure.
Do you want to direct Fear?
Okay,
Ooh, okay.
okay.
And then he
Ooh,
makes.
here's the big hammer. Ooh.
Oh man.
But
Yeah, and
it,
and
it,
I
it's
and I am a
funny.
big fan of Coppola's take on Dracula. I really love that movie. So I was
Hmm.
kind of hoping to have like a similar experience with Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, but I don't honestly. I don't even really remember what happened in the movie. I just kind of have a vague memory of what it looked like, but I don't really remember what I thought of it. Honestly, the movie moves so quickly that I didn't really. I don't know. I just felt like it was paced kind of weird, so you never really had a sense of what like any of the characters were. Even though it's like an iconic story, it's still not told in a way that I find digestible or intriguing
Mm.
or interesting. So I feel like it's kind of a shame, but I still feel like it's an interesting enough oddity to like check out and for people to make their own opinions.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's a great assessment.
Thank you. I
Who
appreciate that.
who is who's playing the monster in Guillermo del Toro's?
I don't know. It's a very
Uh,
good question.
is it Jacob Elordi?
Oh, I think you're right. Yeah.
Let me double check. Oh my god. Wait, this movie's kind of stacked.
It's a stacked movie, which would make it even better if it was in the fucking theater.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, but okay.
you're right.
hopefully, hopefully, maybe they do a surprise, like a 1 week showing of the movie, maybe for like
Not
Halloween or
enough.
something. I'm hoping. I'm hoping they come up with something. Like, come on, Netflix. I don't have Netflix. I don't even have Netflix.
I don't even have a reason to have Netflix anymore. It's just too expensive. And it
Yeah,
like
no.
the stuff
Yeah.
that's actually released on it is just like, this isn't supported on your current plan. I'm like, then what's the point of me
Ah.
having it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's evil. That's literally or the other thing, they're secretly without any warning, they are taking off like random or not random. I
Mm.
guess they have a plan for which shows are being pulled off. But it's like it's always like the one show that I like really love or has really meant a lot to me that I haven't seen in a while and I think, "Oh, maybe I want to check that back." Oh yeah, I don't have Netflix anymore. Oh yeah, and they took it off of Netflix. Oh, great. Thank you, Netflix, for taking away all the shit that I like. Damn. Like what the hell? Why even like why? Literally why? Why can't you just leave it there? Is that not the point of Netflix to just leave your stuff there so that if people want to watch it, they can? Like what's the thinking here? I don't understand.
It must have been so surreal, like when Netflix first started, and it's just like apparently like, oh, when Netflix first started, everything was just on it. I'm like, really?
Mm.
Everything? Imagine
Mm.
that.
Literally everything. Yeah. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I think recently they just took Black Mirror Bandersnatch off of Netflix because they ruled that sort of wait, did you guys see that where it was like an interactive sort of like
Oh,
uh
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, where you get to pick where the dude like
Like an interactive
like goes
show,
and what
pretty
he
much.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was really fucking sick. I loved it. And then I think this year they took it off because for some reason or another they felt it was like an overall failure and a lot of
Mm.
future like plans for shows that were going to be interactive were canceled and including the Dragon's Lair movie, I think. That was going to be interactive.
Mm.
And then they didn't go with that idea and now that movie is like in I don't know. I guess it's in production limbo now. I guess So sorry, Don Bluth. Sorry, I was excited
Mm.
for that, but oh well. Big Daddy Netflix came in and was like, you know what? Actually, no. Bye. Like fucking shit, man. I mean, damn. I don't know. I don't know if you can tell I am upset with Netflix for
Yeah.
various reasons.
No, valid. No,
So the monster
valid.
kills a kid.
Yeah, he
Much
does.
like how Netflix killed Inside Job. Ayo, bring it back.
Oh,
Get it out!
oh, put it
I
down, put it down, put it away.
dude, the Baron is such an impatient geezer, and
Oh
I
my god.
like as soon as he walks in, it's like out of the way, I want to get in.
The Baron.
Come now, come on. Where's my son? What is he doing?
Where's my son? He needs to marry right now. It's like we got everything ready. He's like, I know. Where's my son? I was like, well, he's doing important work. Important work. Huh, that's a lot more important than getting married. Ayo.
The
No
Baron.
bitches. Ayo.
Oh, yeah, imagine if this was made nowadays. As soon as Henry Frankenstein opens the door, it would have been the Baron doing the no bitches face.
No bitches. My son.
Dad,
my
get out of
son,
my
the beta
lair.
cuck.
Dad, get out of my lair. Get out.
Dad, you don't understand. God, it's not a phase. I'm messing with dead corpses, Dad.
I am becoming God, Dad.
Daddy.
You never liked my powers. Oh.
Look, I made this. See? He goes.
He does the.
It's
He
cool.
likes the sun.
When watching this movie, I was expecting. Where does the quote "fire bad" come from with the monster?
Oh, fire bad? I think
Yeah.
that might actually be from Bride of Frankenstein.
Really?
Is it? Yeah, because that's when he
Yeah.
starts talking finally.
Ah,
Finally, like I've been waiting. But yeah, like a lot of what you think of when you think of Frankenstein actually happens in Bride. Like the more iconic
Yeah.
spots, him hanging
Huh.
out with the blind man that's in Young Frankenstein.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because also that whole him like escaping and then finding the blind dude and learning how to read and talk and stuff, that was in the book. And I think it was in the book that Mary Shelley wrote. So that's part of the like story, but for some reason, for one reason or another, I think actually it might have been they didn't include that in this movie because they were already thinking of doing a sequel anyway. So they wanted to keep things at the end. They wanted to keep things in bit, or by they I mean Universal Studios. I
Yeah.
think James Whale wanted to like definitively kill Henry Frankenstein, like the monster like chokes him out and then throws him out.
Then tosses the dummy.
Oh my god, yeah, that might be the one thing in this film that's a little bit like, you can tell it's just like a rag doll. It's just like, yeah,
I kind of loved it, just the way he hanged off the one windmill pane and then slowly slid down. It's so funny.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Yeah. I mean, I gotta it is charming in a way to see that in a movie
Yeah.
like this because you can't throw a dude off the windmill. You can't throw like just a random dude off the windmill. You gotta do like a fake little dummy thing. So you know, fair enough. Fair enough,
It
Universal. Fair enough.
It is so fucking funny when like when the monster throws Frankenstein off and he doesn't just like hit the ground. No, he like it's like a ragdoll body just hitting the one of the fan blades.
Yeah.
A flimsy little, yeah. It's like a Tom and Jerry cartoon. Yeah.
He recovered though. It's just like no, like 8 broken ribs, 2 punctured lungs. That fucker would be dead.
Fractured skull.
Yeah.
Replaced brain.
Replaced brain. Ooh.
Wait a second.
Abby normal.
It's poetic.
Wait a minute.
Abby no.
He starts
poetic.
tap dancing
With
with the little top hat. Oh.
I miss, and I noticed this while watching, it's like I miss when movies used to show a message of something by like zooming in or like having just cut to a shot of like having you be able to read something, and it's just like a bright light on it. Cause I'm pretty sure there was a scene after the monster got loose, and then I can't remember his name, like the guy that helped Frisk and Henry with the monster. He was like around a bit before like his girlfriend and Victor showed up. Like, you know who I mean? He was like writing something down, and then it just like cuts to like a panning down shot of everything that's on the letters so that you can read it as it's happening. And I don't know, just like seeing that, I kind of missed it because nowadays we have phones, and every time it cuts to something you gotta read, it's like on a screen. It's way little text is too small. You can't really read it in time. Or
No, they'll do what they always do in movies when someone's texting, where they'll have like a graphic right next to them
or that
showing what they're
too,
looking at.
or that too.
Uh,
Yeah,
oh, I hate that so
yeah.
much.
Like
Do you think it's
That's
just
like it's an
overdone?
interesting idea, but no, it's just hokey. It's
It
just
just takes me
I
out
don't like it.
sometimes of just like when it's like in a horror movie or like an action movie, and it's just like I know it's to keep it like kind of fast and like what's happening, but sometimes I just feel like it doesn't fit.
I think it
Yeah, it's
works.
just like yeah. I mean, I feel like sometimes simplicity is the best solution, especially because I feel like to your point, Cade, like looking at the thing that the dude is writing invites you into the scene, and it feels like you're in like deeper in the fabric of the movie. Like it
Hmm.
feels like you're there, and you can like actually, especially if it's something that somebody's physically writing, because
Yeah.
that feels very personal in a way, in a strange way. I don't know what if that's like a psychological effect or whatnot, or if there's a term for that, but I do think that that is worth mentioning though. I wish I do kind of wish movies did that kind of stuff, or shows, even movies and
Yeah.
shows.
There's just something about seeing someone write something just looks so much better than here as you're like texting.
The clicking and the tapping of the fingernails, or the
Boop.
yeah, the whoop, the boingle and foingle. Oh my god, yeah.
uh
um, I don't know. What else should we discuss in the movie? I think Karloff still gives like an A+ performance, like even in the latter half of the movie when he's like escaping everybody. He's kind of like you feel so bad for him in throughout like so much that happens in this.
yeah.
Of
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
even when he's like down to like just being delighted with like the girl that he's playing with and just
Hmm.
stuff like that, and just how like frightened he is of things like happening when he's in like the windmill.
Oh.
Right, yeah,
He's
What?
yeah.
very prone to
Especially his
sneak up on
hands
people.
too.
Yeah.
Dude, like I want to go into that because like throughout my entire life of not watching this, of just like, oh yeah, it's just like painted green, like mostly the makeup's on the face or whatever. But no, like it is fully on like the neck, the
Hmm.
bolts being put there. Like you can actually they actually thought to do the stitching around the wrists and everything, and it's a very
Yeah.
like it's a
Yeah.
very gory portrayal because it just leaves so much to the imagination. And I know
Oh
like
yeah.
that was always kind of the idea of like stitching around the wrist, but I didn't know they actually like showed it off in this movie, and I
Yeah.
thought I just commend them so much for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, especially. I think the makeup artist for this movie was Jack Pierce,
Yeah.
who he had to develop all the stuff for Boris Karloff to make. I think even they one thing that I thought was interesting with his makeup. This is something I didn't even really realize until I like really looked at the movie, was that they actually add a layer of wax to Karloff's upper eyelids, so that the
Yeah.
Oh.
creature looks almost like half asleep or like hypnotized in a way, and so he's like in a dream-like sort of
Hmm.
state. So just to give you the impression that he's not like fully human, or like not fully there, or a little bit like he's kind of a different sort of, he's not fully human. He sort of looks a little bit different, and I think that's such a subtle thing, especially because he's already got the
Yeah.
brow, the iconic heavy brow of the monster. That's all like one. I think it's like a like I don't know if it's foam latex actually, but maybe it's like wax or like some sort of thing that they put on his face. But it definitely it works. I mean, he feels so he almost feels like a caveman in a
Mm.
way, like a
Yeah.
weird,
It's just
yeah,
from
like a
the
corpsey
heavy
caveman.
brow, and that also really helps with the shading around his eyes because you
Yeah,
brought up before that they painted around the eyes to add like more gauntness and like hollowness, but it also
yeah,
the yeah, it just helps so well in like getting the effect of makeup. And this is what I mean a lot of the times when you just can't make a movie and then just put it like a black and white filter over it. Like you have to film
Hmm.
around it. You have to make the black and white like
true.
actually fit well with the theme, because I hate when it's like, oh, this is taking like the 50s. It's like, no, you just put like a black and white filter on it. It's different. Like that's why black and
Yeah,
white like photography is so dull looking now, because it doesn't incorporate like the
Mm.
shadows, the contrast.
Yeah.
That's
right.
what gives it
Yeah,
its appeal.
Yeah.
because it's foregoing all the necessary, the just the amount of light that you would need to expose for something like black and white film, which needs very bright lights so that your actors are clearly visible, and or if you're going for a horror like this, to have very very dark shadows in the background, or stuff like that, that I feel like if you're not considering that, then you're not. Or what's the saying where you if you want to do it, right, you got to do it like the old way that people did
Mm.
it. Don't try to fake it. Just do it the way that people actually did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I think is it's very much true. And I get that this kind of style is very. I feel like for a lot of people it's very nostalgic because it's very you sort of almost or you're attached to all these characters in this story through the lens of this is an old movie. This is an
Yeah.
old black and white movie. And that's part of the vibe. I mean, actually, wait, I just remembered something.
What's up?
Have either you dudes have you seen Steven Sommers' Van Helsing from 2004?
No.
The Hugh Jackman movie.
Yeah, where he's a werewolf. Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I still have not watched the entire thing, but I feel like I would actually love it despite it like being called terrible.
Yeah, it's okay. So I've seen it in full. I actually have it on DVD just because it's one of those movies where like the vibe, it just feels like a DVD movie. It's just
It's
like
a
it's
very
so
Really?
DVD movie.
yes, yeah. Oh my god. And like the DVD has all that cuz those old DVDs have like the best menu
Special
screens ever
features.
where
Oh,
it's like
Mm.
yeah, and you can go to the special features and you're like in Frankenstein's lab and shit's like
Oh
sparking
yeah,
and
yeah.
there's electricity and and there's all the featurettes where it's like only each featurette is like I don't know, like 2 minutes or 3 minutes long, but it's like it's such a vibe just to like have that in a way. I wish.
now we
Side
could
note.
go into we can go into another rant involving the death of the DVD menu, but I don't want to
Mhm.
make this another 2 hours, so
I
You know
we'll
what?
mean,
Yeah,
save that for a
fair enough.
different
Fair enough.
time.
that's fair,
Fair
but
enough. Yeah. Yeah, no, fair enough. Anyway, that movie at the very beginning of that movie, it starts off with like black and white, where it's like there's Dracula
That's
and he's
right,
talking to
yeah.
Dr.
mm,
Frankenstein, and it looks that movie I believe was shot on film, and honestly, it does capture the look pretty well. But also at the same time, there is like a little bit of a. I think actually it's for Dracula's entrance where he's like he like manifests or he's like burning and then he regenerates his face or whatnot, and that part is CGI because how else would you do that other than CGI?
right.
So that little bit, just seeing that kind of took me out of the homage, because that was the intent to offer an homage to the older, the older generation of Universal films. So I feel like even just that little thing affected the look and the vibe and the tone and the mood of that opening scene, and I thought that was very interesting to like experience that because they did well with to give credit where credit's due. The set design is very nice. I feel I thought it was, even though that scene's only like 3 minutes long, it's still interesting
Hmm.
to see. But that movie is kind of like I think the other day we were talking about Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
that's kind of like the campy, kitschy, actiony kind of vibe that I get from that movie, where it's like I need to be in the right mindset, and
yeah.
then this movie is like amazing, and I really enjoy it. But if I'm in if I'm in a mood, if I'm like if I've got my beret on and I'm like critical about, if I'm diving deep into the film analysis, I will tear that movie apart because I know my inner film critic will not hold back. But if I'm just looking for a fun time, Van Helsing is the way. Yeah.
Imagining Rex with a beret and like those little like like Coelho de Villa with like the little stick and the cigarette at the very end, just like,
Yes, my cigarette holder.
this
Yes.
movie sucks.
Do you know what
Movie.
do you know what that movie equivalent would be for me probably? Like if I keep watching it, if I just love the vibe
Okay.
so much.
Nacho
Mars
Libre.
Attacks.
Oh,
No. No. Nacho Libre is a perfect movie in every way, and I will not stand for any slander that approaches this movie. But
Nacho
no,
Libre
more.
is iconic.
Thank you. Thank you,
I love
Rex.
Nacho Libre.
Yeah, same. But no, Mars
Yeah.
Attacks is what I mean. Of like Mars Attacks is genuinely probably an awful movie, but
Oh,
I
it
saw it
is.
for the first time like years ago. Shut the fuck up, Cade.
You hater, hater, you
Okay.
little stinker.
So my the thing
No, but
is,
it's just like it is a movie that's genuinely like probably not the best, and it's like very
mhm.
questionable of why things happen in it. But I just love
Mhm.
like it's just 60s aliens just throw like wrecking shit so badly.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. I've never seen that movie actually. I've heard it's a bit of an oddity in
You
Tim
got
Burton's
again. You
filmography.
gotta be in the right mind for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
it's one of
Right.
those movies. It's very much it tries to be very funny but serious at the same time in different scenes.
Hmm.
So like
That's true.
it's
Yeah.
like Jack Nicholson's playing it as straight as possible in that
Which
movie.
one? He's in, I think he has like 3 separate credits in that movie.
That is true. I
Oh,
met
I
with
didn't know
him.
that.
I met with him as the president. But yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I forgot he had like 3 different credits in that.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, that's just that's a whole other thing that
Oh, okay.
we'll
Yeah.
most likely talk about that someday.
I
Jordan
look
Jordan
forward
will
to it.
Further down the
Jordan
line.
will suggest it and be like, all right, fine.
Yeah. Fine, Jordan. Fine. Yeah, I can feel him already. You guys, I always suggest movies. Name one bad movie I've said.
Hmm.
All right.
Mr.
Didn't he want to watch Sneaks at one point?
You wanted to watch
Oh,
CIA.
Oh, that's
oh,
right. Yeah.
oh,
But
no.
anyway, any closing thoughts that we want to give on
I
Frankenstein?
I have one more thing I want to say. It's more about
Oh,
like
okay.
after this movie came and like decade like we were talking about before like the pop culture of Frankenstein and how like this
Mm.
character is like kind of like a cornerstone of like the early stages of horror to like eventually what we have now. And I like to see that this franchise and this like kind of like world of monsters didn't not only kind of saved well it not kind of it did save Universal from like going under pretty much um but they took that and they full on praised it so much to the point that it's its own section in their brand new theme park and like
Yeah.
everyone loves it.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone like is just like full on fiending over this new like darker world of
Dark
monsters.
Universe.
Dark universe, yeah, this dark universe of monsters
Oh,
and
right.
everything. And everyone and it's all depicting those early stage of classic Universal monsters. You don't got your Tom Cruise mummies here with your Russell Crowe Jekyll and Hydes. Like we don't got any of that here. This is the
Ain't
class.
no Johnny Depp as the Invisible Man.
No, or
Oh.
Elizabeth Moss fighting the Invisible Man.
No, well, that was different.
Yeah, but like, it's like these are the classics that everyone has a chance to watch and like we all respect, and it's very refreshing. And also, didn't I'm pretty sure Danny Elfman did the score of like that land, so it's an original score and it kind of fits that
Oh.
vibe there. Yeah, I'm so excited to go there someday.
Yeah, it sounds like they put a lot of care and attention to making that
Yeah,
theme park, which I'm
and
very happy for. Yeah.
yeah, and it's just like things like that that just kind of warms my heart to see. Like the again, this movie's almost 100 years old, and it's still being
Yeah.
celebrated like this heavily to this day. Like that's just
Yeah,
that's
bro.
amazing. But yeah, that's
Yeah, and
kind
I
of my
do.
final thought.
I am glad that they've treated the films themselves well too, because
Mm-hmm.
I bought a couple years ago. They had like because they've re-released I think 8 of the movies in 4K, and I've got those 4K discs. I bought them on sale like a couple years ago I think, and I think Frankenstein I watched first just because I wanted to see like how if it really is that good, and it is. The black levels in the film look so deep and rich, and
Oh,
there is of course a bit of film grain, because of course there's always going to be, but it honestly it doesn't even really distract from the film itself. It feels like it's I mean, I guess it's part of the experience, but also it just felt nice to like witness that the movie, like that movie and Dracula and The Mummy and Invisible Man and Bride and all those movies, they're being treated with so much care and respect now. And so I would say, as maybe perhaps my closing thought is, maybe if you can afford it, buy those movies in 4K. Buy a physical copy of those movies because it is absolutely worth it, and they
Mm-hmm.
have a ton of like special features and stuff, which is also like stuff from like the Blu-ray release and the DVD. But honestly, I'm just glad that there's at least one studio out there who's taking their old movies and treating them with the care and respect that they deserve.
As they should.
Yes. Yeah, you hear that, Netflix? Huh?
I
I'm
didn't.
bringing it back. I'm bringing back the hate for Netflix. Come on. What are you
Well,
people
everybody,
doing?
thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Cinema Dopes.
Yeah.
I think I had a really good time watching. It was a really good experience throughout all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank right now.
You
But
do want me to
yeah, you
Love
can
you, Frank.
please bye, Frank. But yeah,
Bye,
please,
Bye,
Frank.
little Frankie.
Bye, Henry. Bye, Frank. You said bye, Frank, twice. I like Frank.
if you guys enjoyed the episode, please feel free to subscribe. You could follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, the works.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for making it this far, and you have a fantastic rest of your night. God bless you all.
Don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube and give us 5 stars on all your platforms. Yeah. Also, watch this movie. It's literally on the Internet Archive. It's so easy to watch.
That's how I watched it. Yeah.
That's how I
And
watched it.
Please just do yourself a favor. Just watch the movie. It's not. It's more. It's just a little bit over an hour long.
It's literally an hour, 10 minutes long. That's nothing.
It won't take much of your time.
And you can be sure to do that again with Bride of Frankenstein, which is what we're watching next week. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.